So let's start with the foundation of everything content creation. Step 1 is research, because good content starts with good research. Here's my go-to research setup, and I am going to be completely honest about what works and what doesn't. My number one tool is Perplexity. I have been using it for almost everything I create content about, and it's become absolutely essential for my workflows. What I love about Perplexity is that it doesn't just give you information, it gives you sources, it gives you current data, and it thinks through problems the way a research assistant would do. Now, ChatGPT also has a research function in their tools section, and while it's getting better, I'll be honest, it's still limited. Sometimes it works great and sometimes it leaves you hanging. That's why I always have Perplexity as my backup, and honestly, it's often my first choice. Here's the thing though, most people use these tools wrong. They ask one question and expect magic. That's not how research works, and that's definitely not how you get content that stands out. Let me show you my complete research toolkit and exactly how I use each tool. I have tested dozens of AI research tools, and I'm going to give you the ones that actually move the needle. For market research and industry analysis, the number one tool is Semantic Scholar, which is basically a free tool. It is my secret weapon for finding real data that nobody else is using. And yes, it's completely free, which makes it even better. While everyone else is recycling the same surface level insights, you can tap into actual research papers and studies. I use it to identify emerging marketing trends and track technological innovations that could disrupt our industry and find data that makes my content stand out as genuine research backed. Second is Research Rabbit. It's like having a detective for market connections. The fact that this tool is free forever still amazes me. It maps out industry relationships and shows you connections you'd never find otherwise. I have used this to discover emerging companies in our space and track how market trends evolve. The visual mapping alone has saved me hours of manual research. Okay, now for competitive analysis, Elicit. It is a tool that lies between $12 to $49 per month, and it is where things get interesting. You can start their free version to test it out, but I pay for the premium version because it's worth every penny. When you're doing serious competitive analysis, it processes competitors' case studies, marketing materials, and creates systematic monitoring workflows that would take a team of analysts to do manually. Another one is SciSpace. It is again a paid tool, but it is more like my go-to tool to make sense out of the complex market reports. The free version gets you started, but once you're processing multiple industry reports regularly, the premium feature becomes essential. Instead of spending hours trying to extract insights from dense industry reports, I can literally chat with the documents and ask specific questions about market opportunities and threats. Now, this is, I think, a lot of marketers' favorite tool. It is for market content creation, which is Genny AI. So it has become essential for creating marketing copy that actually has substance. The free version is decent for getting started, but what I love about the premium version is that it generates content with proper sourcing. So your marketing materials have real credibility instead of sourcing like everyone else's generic content. Next is Paperpile. Paperpile is one of the few tools I pay for from day one because it integrates directly into Microsoft Word, which is huge for workflow efficiency. It provides research-backed insights right within your writing environment and helps you optimize content quality with AI-powered proofreading. Alright, now for campaign strategy and market intelligence, there is Perplexity AI. which I mentioned earlier but want to dive deeper into it. First of all, it is not a completely free tool. It is freemium, so you can use it for free, but additionally, if you want to use the premium capabilities, you have to pay $20 per month extra. Okay, so here you can literally do all sorts of market research. You can also build a collaborative space with your team. You can create custom AI instructions for team-based campaign development, and it provides source-backed market intelligence with direct citations. That is where you can actually get the source as well. Next is ResearchPal. This is again a freemium tool. This goes till $39.99 per month, but it is one of those out-of-the-box tools in my toolkit. You can test it with their free version, but it's particularly good at analyzing uploaded business documents and generating market research summaries with proper formatting once you upgrade. Here's my honest take on pricing. Yes, some of the tools cost money, but when you calculate that, you'd pay a research analyst or marketing strategist to do the work manually. These tools pay for themselves in the first week. The key is knowing which tool to use for what type of research, and more importantly, how to layer them together to create insights that your competitors simply can't match. Let me show you exactly what I meant with a practical example we'll be using throughout the entire course. Alright, so here's a use case that we are going to use everywhere whenever we are going to practically try something out. And here's the scenario. Suppose we are working in a IT company that's been providing CRM automation and business workflow services for years. Now, the leadership team is considering expanding into AI automation operations as a new service offering. The big questions are, should we do it? Is it profitable? What's the market opportunity? In the old days, this would mean hiring a market research firm, spending thousands of dollars and waiting weeks for reports. Instead, I am going to show you how we can do comprehensive market research in under 30 minutes using Perplexity. Alright, let's get into it. So first of all, I am going to type a prompt that gives Perplexity full context about our hypothetical situation and asks it to research all the key factors we need to consider. I am not just asking, is AI automation profitable? I am giving out the specific context like existing CRM and workflow automation services, considering expansion into AI automation, need to understand market opportunity, competitive analysis, and profitability potential. Look at what it's giving us. Actual market data, specific statistics, competitor analysis, and trend predictions. This research is going to be crucial in determining whether starting this new service makes business sense or not. Now, let me show you the difference. I am going to put the exact same prompt into ChatGPT and see what happens. See that? Instead of giving us an actual market fact and data, ChatGPT is telling us about the tools which we can use to do additional research. It's giving us a methodology rather than the actual insight. This is exactly why Perplexity has become my go-to for deep market research. It does the research for you instead of telling you how to do the research. Now, I'm not using ChatGPT's deep research feature here, which might give better results, but for quick comprehensive market intelligence, Perplexity just wins hands down. Alright, now here is where it exactly gets powerful and where the prompt actually makes sense. I'm going to ask Perplexity to take all of this research and give us a predictive analysis on profitability. And boom! Look at this. Based on actual market data, it's giving us a comprehensive analysis of whether this service expansion makes sense. Now, I'm not saying market trends alone guarantee profitability. That depends on the company's specific capabilities, location, team, and a bunch of other internal factors. But what we just did in 20 minutes is create a data-driven foundation for making this decision. Think about this. In less than half an hour, we went from should we offer AI automation services to have a complete market analysis with profitability predictions. And within a few minutes, you just scored a point in your boss's eye. So this was the first critical factor, knowing whether to start or not to start. Now let's move forward, assuming we have decided to launch this AI automation service.